put this over here. I'm gonna put it over here. Uh, uh, Hi. Hi. Do I look like I'm in slow motion? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh boy. What is going on? What song can I sing right now? I feel like singing These Dreams by Heart, but I can't. Um uh wait. What's a Stevie Nicks song I can sing? Not that it's good. Um uh, Edge of 17. Sounds like the wild winged dove. Sing song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, ooh. Just like the wild winged dove. Is it the white winged dove? Is it the white? I always thought, let's go with misheard lyrics here. Just like the whirlwind dove. But I think it's the white winged dove. Is that it? Tell me in the comments. Just like the white winged dove, sing song, sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, ooh. I love her. Gosh, I was listening to Stevie Nicks for a while yesterday. I am in slow motion right now. You know what? Hey, Kurt, how are you? I think I have to go off and come back. All right, listen, this is what I'm going to do. Hold on. I think there was like a Jimmy Buffett tab that's giving me a problem. And I might have to, let's see if this looks all right. Wait a minute. Jimmy. I think I have to, let's see. This looks, I'm in slow motion. Hi, Ariogina. Do I look weird? Is this weird?
You're fine.
I'm fine?
Yeah.
All right. Al's yelling at me right now. He's like, you're fine. But I just removed 2 Jimmy Buffett tabs. I have to get them back. Hold on. I just got to put the Jimmy Buffett stuff back because I go by tabs, people. This is what I do. Jimmy Buffett, 2 lawsuits. Guys got 2 lawsuits now, and I'm not even going to pull that up until after. All right, so hi. Yeah, I am my mouth is way off. But it's fine. I'm just going to have to go with it. No, I'm not. He says I'm fine. Oh, there's always a problem. There's always a problem, but I'm just going to watch it. Hold on. Hi everybody. How are you? Let's see. I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to turn it up. What's going on? I'm going to turn it up. What's going on? I'm going to turn it up. I'm looking. Wait a minute. I'm looking at myself right now. Hold on. I'm looking at myself right now. Hold on. I know I was going to get so mad. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Am I echoing? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But to me, it looks like it's off, but whatever. Is what it is. Telling you, it's just technical difficulty after technical difficulty. But hi, how are you? Hello, Peter Baker. What is up? How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. This is wonderful. I have to have a drink of water. So let me tell you about my day. I hope you're having a great weekend, by the way. Finally, here in Rhode Island, we got a really nice weekend. It's about dang time. The weather has been so stupid on the weekends. I cannot even tell you or describe it, because it's not like this around the country. I mean, it's just in Rhode Island. I haven't been yard sailing. We went yard sailing yesterday, which was fine. We had a great day. But other than that, the yard sale season, I think it just started up last weekend. I know. And here we are almost in July. But I'm going to take the good weather we have right now and I'm going to run with it. I'm going to have fun with it. I floated today in my pool. And let me just tell you. So only me. Literally only me. So I'm just about to get out of the pool. I said, let me just, sit on the steps for a few minutes before I get out and go, do whatever else I had to do. And all of a sudden, whoa, I'm like, what is that swimming towards me? No, it wasn't an alligator. It was a mouse. Now, mind you, I do not hurt animals. I don't hurt them except for when the mice come in my house. Like, I can't control that. Al is the mouse raptor capturer. He's the one. He has a special gear setup, gloves, tongs, like I don't know. It's ridiculous. And he goes, "Don't look." And me thinking when he says, "Don't look," he's bringing out a ginormous rat, but it's a little teeny tiny mouse. Anyway, so this little mouse is swimming towards me. I said, "Oh my gosh, I don't think mice can survive in water, can they? I don't think so." And the little whiskers on his face and his little pink feet, he was really cute, and he was a feisty little fella. So I got the big pool strainer, the net thing with the big long pole, 'cause I'm not touching him. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna, like, pick him up by the tail, and I'm not doing that. So I eventually, like, he wouldn't just get into the net himself. He's like, "Listen, I'm not doing that even though I'm drowning right now. I'm not getting into that net because I don't know what you're doing with me. I'm afraid of you." So I found a stick and I gently pushed him into the net. This is like a whole process. And he's like, "Ah," like he's trying to get out, he's trying to crawl out. So then I put him over the fence. I tip over the net, but then I lowered it to the ground so he wouldn't break his back because it was high up there. And he wouldn't get out. Like, he's like, "No, I'm gonna stay in the net." "No, no, dude, you gotta get out." So he finally gets out of the net and he's on the ground, and the dude is, I don't know, he's delirious. So, he was completely waterlogged, but he was alive, and he's just sitting there, I think he's just trying to figure out, "What am I gonna do next?" So he starts licking himself like a cat. I was amazed at the whole process. And then he's, like, taking a break, and then he's licking himself, and 'cause I was watching, and then this freaking bird, a blackbird, not a big crow, just a bird, comes over, and he's starting to hop towards the mouse. I'm like, "That dude thinks he's gonna eat that mouse." I'm like, "Listen, I'm not saving a life to then watch a bird come and eat the mouse that I just saved its life." I said, "Bird, get out." He did leave. The bird left. He's like, "Okay, the lady's right there. I'm just gonna go." And the mouse just kept cleaning himself. It was really interesting, and he eventually scampered off and went away. As long as he doesn't come in my house, he's safe. Maybe. But so I talked to Al about it. I said, "Do birds eat mice?" What a stupid question, but really, I never thought about it before. I never, ever thought about the fact that potentially birds could eat mice, and I guess they do. He goes, "Well, yeah, it's like a delicacy." I said, "I don't know about that, but I guess, birds, they got the pointy beak and they can they can get a mouse." But not on my watch, that wasn't happening. So if the bird got him later, I have nothing to do with it. I did all I could. I saved his life. If he lived past 2 hours, it's a win. So that was that. And then this afternoon, I just took a nap. It was great. Like, this has been a great day. I was gonna do my show earlier. I'm like, "Listen, I'm gonna go float because it's such a nice day. I can't give up the day. Can't do that because they're so rare." And I took a nap, but before that, I went to Market Basket. I was there by, I don't know, quarter of 8, something like that, and it was packed. It was packed at quarter of 8. And I said, "Let me make my eggplant," because I had made eggplant this week. It's so good, dude. I can't. Like, I'm frying the eggplant up, and I'm eating the eggplant as I'm making it, and I said, "This is a problem. I'm not gonna have any eggplant parmesan if I keep eating the eggplant I'm making." So I had to stop, and I made the eggplant parmesan, and we ate that for dinner, and it was so good. It was so good, and I'm like, "I'm ready. I'm awake." I took, one of those coma naps. Have you ever taken those? When you really just fall asleep and then you just don't know where you are when you wake up? That was my nap today. I call it a coma nap because I don't know where I am. I'm like, "How did that happen?" I feel like I slept for 10 days, and it was only a couple of hours, really. Did you guys take a nap today? Did you feel like it was a good day for a nap? I don't know, I did. Anyway, hit the like button if you can. That would be so awesomely cool. And hi, for those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Kiki, and we have a radio station. It's called that right there, Kiki.fm. It's free in the App Store. Stop. I know. And like, the music is so good. I was listening to it all weekend. I listened to it at the pool. I should because it's our station. If I don't, that's pretty freaking sad. But I do listen to other things, I'm not gonna lie. I listen to, but I listen to Kiki.fm pretty much 95% of the time. But, when I'm in the mood for something a little different, I'll go listen to there's a yacht rock channel on YouTube, and I do like that. Or if I need, like, a full-fledged Fleetwood Mac hit, I will go and just listen to Fleetwood Mac, because sometimes I just need a hit, and I gotta just take my Fleetwood Mac in as I can get it, and all of the other fun bands that I listen to. Anywho, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the like button, that would really be appreciated, and we have a lot to talk about because there's a lot going on in the news this week. A lot. No deaths to report, thank goodness, that I'm aware of. I feel like this is the first week in a long time I haven't reported on a death, and that's great. It's a good day when I'm not talking about someone who passed away. I mean, it's just too much now. It's too much. We could probably do this on a daily basis. And actually, now there's a new documentary that came out, documentary slash movie. The actress Mariska Hargitay, right? Is that how you say her name? Her mother was Jane Mansfield. I had no idea. No clue. I think it's called My Mom Jane, I think. It's on Cinemax, I believe, or just called Max now. I don't have that, but I'm pretty sure it'll come out on Netflix soon enough. People are crying over this movie. I don't know what the premise is. I don't know what the relationship was between her and her mom, and I don't wanna know because I want to see the movie because people are raving and they're crying throughout the whole movie. So I don't know what the deal was with Mariska and her mom, Jane Mansfield. Crazy, right? Like, you just don't know. But it sounds really good. So if you watch it, good. It sounds like it's just great. Was there a good movie I watched this week? No, there's nothing. I think I flipped through 4 different movies yesterday, and they were all so boring, and they were all new releases on Netflix, and like, "Oh god, I can't." So then I go and watch YouTube, and I watch new stuff on there, and I don't know. There's nothing on. I'm like, I could just sit on here and just talk because there's nothing going on. It's the summertime. I don't know. Hopefully programming gets ramped up by the fall because it's pretty boring right now. Anyway, hi. All right, so let's just go ahead. Let's just jump right into everything. First, we're going to talk about Beyonce. Now, I like Destiny's Child, right? That the great group and everything. Beyoncé has gotten a big ginormous Hi, Patty. How are you? Nice to see you. Big ginormous, I don't know, people either you like her, I guess she's one of those artists, you like her or you really don't like her. Like, people are so divided with Beyoncé. Oh, and they're so mad about the fact that she went country, kinda, sorta, right? Or she did. I don't know if I really agree with that. Cowboy Carter is the name of her most recent album. She went country, doing this whole I don't know. I mean, like, to me, Beyonce's not country. I'm sorry. Like, Dolly Parton, she can pull off doing the rock stuff, but she's still country. But I believe her doing rock stuff, if that makes any sense. It makes sense to me. I just believe Dolly transitioning to another genre more than Beyoncé. And Beyoncé going to country, I don't get it. Just sorry. I don't know Beyoncé, but, like, I don't understand it. However, people still love her, and they're gonna go see her shows. Now, I guess something happened. Let's just go ahead and let's look at it. Oh, did you take my thing off here? For crying out loud. No, didn't. Okay, so this is from the New York Times. Beyonce pauses concert after car prop mishap left her dangling over crowds. She was singing 16 Carriages as she sat in the back of a red convertible prop high above the crowds on Saturday when it suddenly slanted into thin air. Now, here it is. Let me just show you a picture. I don't really see it tipping. However, I think there's a TikTok. I'm not sure. we can kinda let me just go and look that up and see if there's a TikTok on Beyoncé's car tipping. Now, it says car prop. Was it a real car? Because if it was a real car, man, there would be a problem. Beyoncé, like, it would not be good. Beyoncé car. Let's see. I'm on TikTok right now. There's gotta be something. We know somebody's got some video footage of some oh, here it is. Beyoncé handles flying car malfunction like a pro. And this is one of let me go over here. We're gonna share. We're gonna stop sharing that, and then we're gonna go share this one. All right, here we go. Here we go. So there she
Stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop.
she's saying stop. So she's I guess it shouldn't be tipped like that. I'd be pooping a brick. Like if I kind of felt like I'm in the air and my thing that I'm sitting on is falling down, I'd be scared. I guess it shouldn't be slanted like that. I'm thinking, oh, so it's not a real car. That's good. But imagine if she fell off that thing into the crowd, it would be disastrous. Disastrous. First of all, she'd get hurt, if not break something. Okay, here they are lowering the prop. Crowds are screaming, which could have been, even more so adding to her anticipation of, oh my gosh. So she's going down into the crowd. Oh wow. Like, it's just crazy. There's they got the words on the screen. I don't know if you can see. Is that for the stage or is that for the crowd? I don't know. So there she is. She did it. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know, especially when these artists have props and things like that. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. So let's see, what else did they say? So Beyonce's only 43, which is crazy because she's worth billions of dollars. And let's see. She was backstage. There's a clip. They don't have it here. Beyonce told the crowd, if ever I fall, I know y'all would catch me. It was probably great to say that then because it was over. But just imagine what she felt like in that moment. I can't. And it said it was not clear, how this all happened. Parkwood Entertainment, the singer's management company, said in an Instagram post that a technical mishap caused the flying car, a prop Beyonce uses to circle the stadium and see her fans up close, to tilt. She was quickly lowered and no one was injured. The show continued without further incident. I don't know, man. That's just scary as all get out. Super de duper scary. I can't even imagine. And I guess, let's see. Okay, this is from NBCnews.com. So she cut short the song. I don't know if she went back into it and finished it. It says that Beyoncé rarely pauses a live show. One video posted by Samantha Flores on Instagram appeared to show the car tilting dramatically to one side when Beyoncé called to stop the show. Beyoncé seemed to keep her cool during everything, and fans were, crazily yelling, "Get her down, get her down." And another post by Flores showed Beyoncé with 2 feet on the ground to finish the song. So she did finish the song. Scary stuff. You go to these shows, and especially shows that have a lot of effects and everything, you never know. You really don't. So Jimmy Buffett, I was talking about this earlier. His estate battle continues as 2 lawsuits are filed, not 1, just 2. This is from News Nation Now. And Jimmy Buffett's widow, Jane, and their financial advisor have each filed lawsuits. And Jimmy Buffett passed away in 2023. Isn't that crazy? It feels like well, no, it doesn't feel like it was a couple of years ago. It's crazy. So Jane Buffett and their financial advisor, Richard Mosenter, they're arguing over who has control over Jimmy Buffett's trust, $275 million worth of estate value. And I guess Jane is saying that she has not been treated well by Mosenter, and now he's going after her. Let's see. She filed a lawsuit a day after the financial advisor did. He filed on June 3rd, and Mosenter, his claim was filed in the Palm Beach County Circuit Court. And they're accusing each other of mismanaging the trust and asking a judge in each jurisdiction to remove the other as co-trustee. Imagine a financial advisor trying to remove the wife of the person who passed as one of the trustees. She was married to Jimmy Buffett, and he's trying to get her removed from this entire situation. That takes some chutzpah. I will say that. So let's see. Part of the trust includes a 20% stake in Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville Holdings, which was founded by the Buffett family. And they also own and operate hotels, cruise ships, casinos, and more. I mean, he built a humongous empire. Let's see, Jimmy Buffett's will was written over 30 years ago and was amended twice, once in 2017, once in 2023, the year he passed away. According to legal filings, the trust was created for the wife's sole benefit of her lifetime, and this financial advisor is trying to get her removed from the trust. Oh my gosh, that's just I can't even imagine what Jane is going through with this whole thing. And how she must just be crawling out of her skin. And the fact that someone came in that they probably really trusted this person, and now he's turning around and countersuing her. Oh my god. So more assets in the trust include 34.5 million in real property, 15 million in equity from Strange Bird Inc., 2 million in musical equipment, 5 million in vehicles. Imagine that. They have more money in vehicles than in musical equipment. It's crazy. And 12 million in various investments. So let's see. Mosenter's lawsuit claims that Buffett, who built the Margaritaville brand, established the trust with Mosenter as the independent trustee because he was concerned about Jane's ability to manage and control his assets. Well, of course, she would need some help because that's a large amount of money and a large amount of assets. It's not like she could turn around and do that all herself. No one can. I mean, one person would not be able to manage all of that themselves. And if they tried to, they wouldn't be able to do it well. They would need someone, though, they could solely trust. And that's the hard. I would think that's the real hard thing with these celebrities and high profile people that are worth so much money. Who do you trust? Because someone you may have trusted throughout the years, decades, then may turn around and screw ya in the end, which has probably happened more times than what we know. So Jane Buffett was allegedly very angry about the structure of the trust, according to this lawsuit, and has repeatedly acted in a hostile manner and has been completely uncooperative with Rick in his attempts to administer the trust. We just don't know what's going on behind those scenes, man. We just don't. So Jane Buffett has acted only on behalf of herself as a beneficiary and not as a co-trustee. She has reportedly refused to work with Mosenter on financial analysis, tax returns, and more. Allegedly, that's what the lawsuit says. Mosenter Montezer, maybe. Sorry about that. Said that Jane Buffett even tried to remove the couple's eldest daughter from the trust. Despite Jimmy wanting all three children to remain as beneficiaries, their children, Savannah, Delaney, and Cameron, should receive any of the singer's remaining assets left after Jane Buffett dies. And Jane turned around and says that Mosenter. Now, see, wait a minute. His name's spelled. I'm showing you this. Hold on. I thought it was Mosenter. Can I just show you this? It's spelled incorrectly in two places. Wait a minute, just so you can see what I'm saying. I cannot tell you how many spelling errors I see in articles all the time now. Every single. All right. Nope, I'm lying. Most of the articles I look at, I can't say every single one because that's not true, but most of the articles that I read here to you guys have spelling mistakes. So I'm showing you right here. This says Montezer, right? And then over here it says Mosenter. So it's got to be Mosenter because that's how I've been reading his name and that's how I've been saying it. So we're going to go with Mosenter. Do you see that? I'm just telling Montezer, Mosenter. I can't. All right, let's just stop sharing that now. I can't. This is great. Anyway, all right. So Jane was married to Jimmy for 46 years, and she said that she hasn't been able to get detailed financial information from the trust since his death, and that's wrong. This includes the money she's supposed to receive as her income. In the meantime, Mosenter and his firm have allegedly paid themselves $1.7 million in the past year in fees. So they've gotten paid. Jane got nothing. I can't. That's just boils my bubble. Just gets me so mad. How do you do that to somebody? Consciously. Just reading this information and just what I've been reading in the past couple of weeks, how can you consciously act that way towards someone? I mean, clearly, the woman was married to her husband for 46 years. It's only been maybe 2 years since she lost her husband, which is still fresh, right? Still fresh, never gonna go. Those feelings will never go away. They may get a little better over time, but they will never go away. And then to have her deal with all of this, I'm just gonna say it. I feel like the financial advisor should just be kind, really. You know, like I said a couple of weeks ago when I read one of these articles, it shouldn't always be about the money. Yes, you have to get paid for your services. Of course you do. Of course you've got to get paid for your services. However, there also is a line where you need to be a human being and not just worry about your paycheck. You still have to be able to treat others in a kind way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just read a little something today. And I'm actually quite curious about it. There's a guy, I don't know, he's 38 years old, and I think he lives in London. He predicted the whole world shutdown in 2020, and he predicted some other things too. And he also predicted that this year we would see even more people get less emotionally attached and become more emotionally detached. And haven't you seen that anyway? I have. I've totally seen that. I feel like people are emotionally detached anyway for many things. Things you just see in the news and you go, who would do something like that and why? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that's interesting. So I'm probably going to talk about that on my other channel. Anyway, let's move on, shan't we? Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy Sunday night. Sebastian Bach. Sebastian. He has stated that he was asked to replace Vince Neil in 1992, but he said no to the offer And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because he just recently replaced Vince for a show. Like, how ironic and full circle is that? This is from parade.com. 80s hair metal legend, 57. Again, they just put the age right in there. Steps in for Vince Neil at Niagara Falls show, and people have strong opinions. I cannot believe Sebastian Bach is 2 years younger than me. No, 1 year younger. Oh my god, I keep all this year I'm saying I'm 59, but I'm not, I'm 58. And when my birthday was back in April, I'm like, "I'm gonna be 59, I'm almost 60." And my friend Michelle goes, "You're not going to be 59." Like, how sad. And even Al goes, "You're not gonna be 59, are you?" Like, "Yeah." Is that not bad? Like, how we lose track of time, it's just crazy. Anyway, so Vince had to cancel a show at the last minute. And let's see, this article just came out a few days ago. Now, I thought Sebastian was filling in for him anyway. Let's see. So, people had bought tickets to see this show. They wanted to see Vince Neil. We know, Vince has not had the best of singing luck over the past couple of years. People, he goes out there, people make fun of him, da, 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 but he's had a rough year. Vince has just been through it this year. Let's be real. His, girlfriend of 15 plus years, Rain, she left him. A plane he had with Rain on it, and a few of their dogs and her friends. It crashed. Thank goodness everybody was okay, right? I mean, they got injured, but they were okay. And it's been a year for him. He's had a lot going on. So what happened was, I guess Vince had to cancel a show, and it was in Niagara Falls. It was an unexpected thing, but Sebastian Bach of Skid Row, formerly of Skid Row, stepped in and he sang a Motley Crue song. Fans were happy about it, and they feel like it was an upgrade to the Vince Neil tickets, which is kinda crazy. So he did a cover of "Shout at the Devil," and a lot of conversation online said that it was an improvement since Sebastian took over the vocals. And one fan said Sebastian Bach has always been the better singer of the 80s hair rock bands. And someone else said, I haven't taken Motley Crue seriously in years, but I would see them with Sebastian Bach fronting them. That would be a hell of a good show. I wouldn't waste a nickel on Vince Neil. However, people did. They did waste a nickel. And they ended up getting Sebastian Bach and they were happy about it. And someone else said Sebastian Bach sounds more like Vince Neil than Vince Neil does, which is kind of funny. But, again, you gotta kinda feel bad for Vince, and let's see if there's any Vince news. I did not look into that. Let's go ahead, get out of here. I'm gonna see if there's any updates on Vince, because I think when it came out that Vince was canceling a show or 2, there was no reason given. So let's see if we got, some updated information. There's Vince. All right, what is this all about? Now, Vince Neil is 64, which is crazy. Isn't that crazy? He's almost 60. I mean, I don't know. Now, this just popped up. This is from Loudwire. Fans think that Motley Crue's Vince Neil fell for a spicy AI thirst trap on X. What is this all about? Oh my god, AI is getting so good but bad at the same time. Like, people are really, there's a whole rabbit hole about people thinking they're talking to the celebrity they're talking to on Facebook. I saw something last night. This person was sending, I don't know, some NASCAR driver money because the NASCAR driver said he was stuck in another country. So the person on Facebook who thought they were having a relationship with this NASCAR driver kept sending the money over and over and over again. Like, it's not it's funny, but it's not. Just don't do that because if they're that famous, they're not asking you or me for $1,000. It's just not a thing. It's not going to happen. Let's see. So, again, this is from Loudwire. Fans seem to have noticed that Vince Neil has been engaging models on X, formerly Twitter, one of which many suspect is an AI generated woman. Don't tell me he's fallen for this. I mean, Vince is 64. You can't think you're still going to be dating the women of what they look like in 1985 or even the 90s, right? It's just, I mean, getting into that whole thing, I mean, I'm sure, some young chicks would probably, go for him because of who he is, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of a relationship is that. Like, she doesn't even know you. She just doesn't. She doesn't know you. Let's see. Of course, Motley Crue is known, as the article says, of bringing the chicks backstage and having their way with them. And then we get to 2025, and things have kind of changed. So has their access to each other, rather than dressing provocatively and hoping to get noticed in the crowd, at a concert, which does happen. But now people are putting themselves out on social media. This woman I used to watch a lot on YouTube. She has now, do I want to say this? It's not bad. I mean, I still think she's great, but she's using her boobs to get views. And it is what it is. If you got the boobs to get views, I guess go ahead. But that's what social media has turned into, in a lot of the sense. Like, if you look really great, you're gonna get clicks, you're gonna get views. You're just going to. I mean, that's not me. I'm not gonna I have nothing to put there's nothing to put out there anyway. I would have to literally AI generate for days to even get something remotely decent to look at. And it's fine. I am who I am, and I'm not gonna do that for it. But the funny thing is, a lot of people use filters and they don't really look like that when the filter's removed. Anyway, people fall for it all the time on social media. So let's see. Oh, no, no. Unfortunately for Neil, at least one woman has every appearance of being an AI bot. So Neil has been seen making public comments on these particularly provocative photos in recent months. And let's see, on Monday, June 23rd, Vince Neil responded to a post by Brittany Belair that showed what resembles an AI generated bikini clad woman. And she said, "Can I DM you the nudie version?" Belair wrote, to which Neil replied in the affirmative, "Yeah." Like, this was all in the public forum space. And he responded to it. I can't. Let me take a drink. So, you got people like him falling for these things, and it's just really no bueno. Others then realized Neil had not realized this was an AI generated image. You can see their comments further down the page. So let's go ahead. Let's share this screen. I'm showing it. Just kidding. It is just like, oh my God, it's funny. I'm just laughing. All right, hold on. I'm laughing. Like, do you really think that's a real person? Stop. Stop. Like, so clearly he thought Brittany Belair was a real person. So there it is. And the Vince Neil, yeah. And this is what she said. We'll go back up and "Can I DM you the nudie version?" And he says and it's really him because it's verified. He says, "Yeah." But what are people saying? We gotta read the replies. Let's just look at the replies. Now I have to go and share that screen. So let's X out of that. X out of that. Oh my god, that was funny. Let's X out of that and go to X. Don't we? Oh, is it not gonna let me? Yeah, it should. It should. All right, read the replies. Oh, I have to sign in. I'm not doing all that. It's not letting me see the replies. Darn it. How come? I'm so angry. I'm so angry at you, X, because I don't oh, wait a minute. Oh, can we do it here? Let's go to Brittany Belair. Let's see if we can find it without having to oh, poopy doodle. I can't. Anyway, all right, so we'll get out of that. So we go back here to the article, and that's that. Oh, okay. No, wait a minute. There's more. So last month, Neil responded similarly to ex user at Emma Scott with 3Ts01, who posted a selfie in which she was covering her toodles with her hand with the caption, deleting in 12 hours, but whoever likes and says hi, I'll send a nudie in DM. So not passing up the opportunity, the article continues to say, Neil responded with a simple, "Hi, babe." Like, why? 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 Would you do that on like, in the public on social I can't. Right, let's just look I feel like a kid. Just my laptop's shaking because 'cause I'm laughing so hard. Hold on. How do you fall for this bull crap? I just can't. There she is. There's Emma. There's Emma. Now I don't know what this I'm scrolling down and forgive me if it's really bad. So you see what it says. Oh, God help me. And then he says, "Hi, babe." Like, and you know what the sad thing is? He's not being funny. Like, you just know he's being totally serious. Like, "Reach out to me, girl. I'm Vince Neil." So there's 2 things to keep in mind here. First, Neil responded to Emma Scott's thirst trap an entire month after it was posted. Second, these 2 posts are the only replies Neil has sent on X in nearly 2 years. That's even worse. That makes it even worse. Oh my god. And then this person says to Vince, "Vince, stop gooning, Lil Brew. Everybody can see it." Oh my god, that's so funny. And then someone else says, "It's AI, Vince. It's AI." And then both instances of Neil's ex comments took place shortly after TMZ reported that he'd split from his partner of nearly 15 years, Rain Hannah, because he suspected she was cheating on him. And there you go. There you go. So the AI game is real. It's just I don't know, just be careful out there. You know what I mean? You gotta watch out with social media. That's why I like YouTube because, we're just sitting here talking, having a conversation, and, we get the comments going, which is great, and you guys are watching. You can watch it later if you weren't here, and it's no BS. Like here it is. This is me. This is you. It's just it is what it is. But when you're digging into social media, you see a picture, you think, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna marry that person," or "Steve Perry, he loves me. He said something to me. He told me to contact him on WhatsApp and then sent him $5.50. Oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm screaming inside." No, you just gotta stop. You just gotta take a step back and just don't do that. Just take a walk or something. If you're lonely, go to the library. Really, go to the library and read a book. Be old school. That's what I say. Just be old school and everything's cool. I feel like I'm old school, but I'm not, but I am. And it's really helped me in life. because I don't all right, let's be serious for a moment. This is terrible. There is a YouTuber, and I apologize, I don't know her name. I'm not gonna go looking it up right now, but it is a horrendous story. Absolutely, I probably should, just out of respect. Let me see, hold on. But this is terrible, and this is where I say social media is just it can be so devastating. This story was terrible. I'm not gonna get into it though, but Michaela Raines, only 29 years old, and her YouTube channel, I believe, was called Save a Fox, and her husband, Ethan, confirmed it, and allegedly, the reason why she is no longer, and she did that's all I can say about that, you can read between the lines, is because of the hate that she received on social media. It pushed her over the edge, and this is where, you know what? People can be terrible, really, and that's why we can laugh about these things, but, if you're lonely and stuff, you just gotta be careful and not fall into these things because social media, as good as it can also be so devastatingly bad. And you just can't take it seriously. Really, you just can't. Like me, I'm just having fun with this. This is just a fun thing. It's a hobby. I love it. I love just talking about things, digging into things. It's just fun to me. Now, in the beginning, it didn't start like that. It started like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be Miss Music News. Now I just don't. It is what it is. I'm here just enjoying my time with you guys and reading some articles, and that's it. But that poor girl, and here she was saving animals and still got hate. So it gets to the point you go, is it worth it anymore if it ever gets to that point? It's crazy. It's crazy. So just be aware. That's all. And moving on to other news, Billy Idol, he recently discovered he has a son. Imagine that. Imagine that. Billy Idol recently discovered he has a son. His name is Brant Northridge through a DNA test taken by his daughter, Bonnie Blue Broad. The test, a 23andMe, revealed Brant as a half sibling. Billy wasn't surprised by the revelation due to his past lifestyle and has since become close with Brant. He was born in 1985. And I guess Billy, like every other rocker in the 80s, spread his seed around like a nursery growing trees. He just threw it out there. He was all over the place. Imagine that. There could be other Billy Idol babies that we don't know about. There could be Gene Simmons babies. Imagine like you you see this kid walking around, you look just like Gene Simmons. And then you walk down the street and you see another boy man going, you look just like Gene Simmons. There's probably a lot of those. Just don't know about it. So this is from people.com. Billy Idol's daughter reveals how a 23andMe test helped lead family to singer's long lost son, Brant. So did he know about him? Let's go ahead and find out. So Billy has been a proud dad to a son and his daughter for most of his life until he learned in his 60s he was actually a dad of 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter. He first introduced his fans to Brant in 2023 when he joined the star at his Hollywood Walk of Fame star ceremony. And there is a new documentary out, which I didn't know about until just now. Billy Idol Should Be Dead is the name of the documentary. It premiered at the Tribeca Festival on June 10th. And Billy's family revealed that Brant first came into their lives thanks to a DNA test. Isn't that great? What if we all did one? Let's all do a joint DNA test and see how many people have children or siblings elsewhere. imagine that? Like, next week you come on and go, "Oh my gosh, I did DNA test. I have 3 other brothers and sisters." I mean, it would be crazy. Let's see. Billy said, and I quote, "I really enjoyed being a dad. I always wanted a boy and a girl, and I finagled my way into a boy and a girl. In your own daft way, you've achieved what you set out to do," Billy said in the film. "And I actually had a son that I didn't realize who I fathered on the Rebel Yell tour without knowing it. So I somehow finagled this as well. Finagle a bagel, finagle a Billy Idol." Billy is 69 and he raised his son Willem, who is 36, with his ex Perry Lister, and daughter Bonnie, 35, with Linda Mathis. But when Bonnie became a mother herself, she decided she wanted to learn more about her family tree. Now, Billy is just a proud grandpa. He's always out there on social media with his, I think is it a granddaughter, grandchildren now, maybe? I don't know, but he was always doing grandpa pics. I haven't really seen anything in a long time, but so proud to be a grandfather, and it's just really cool. Um, but now Bonnie said, "My husband just surprised me with the 23andMe, a DNA test as a Christmas present." She said that in the documentary. And then a few weeks later, I get the results back on the app and I open it and I'm like, "Who's this?" This Brant, and it says his info's like New York, 1985, looking for my bio dad. I was like, "What?" So Brant says in the documentary that he was raised thinking another man was his biological father, but when that man took a DNA test and the matches came up short, he started asking questions. But I hope he's still, if his dad who raised him was a good person and gave him a good life, I hope that's all still good, because sometimes that could go awry when these things transpire. So Brant said, I was like, "Mom, is there a chance Mark might not be my biological father?" And she's like, "Well, it's pretty crazy, but back in the day, we broke up and I actually spent a weekend with Billy Idol during his Rebel Yell tour." Imagine that. Now, who's his mom? I got to know who his mom is. And Billy was very quick to welcome Brant into the family. And he said, "Once I saw Brant with Bonnie and Willem, they've all got the same quirky sense of humor. And once I saw that, I could see he's my son, really." Brant said that he's gotten to know Billy a lot better and he sees him as a man who loves his family. I mean, there was no way of Billy knowing, he couldn't have known. And he went on to say, "He's definitely showed me a lot of love, so I'm blessed." Okay, so Billy actually has 2 grandchildren from Bonnie, Poppy and Mary Jane, they're 5 and 3, and Brant has 2 children, Mackenzie and Mason, who are 4 and 2. So now he's a grandpa to 4 kids, which he just must be so ecstatic. And it says that the rocker frequently posts photos and videos with the children, and Brant and his wife even took their kids to an Idol concert in May where they hung out backstage with Billy. Well, I would hope so. He's your biological father. So, I mean, imagine if they said, "No, you can't come back." That'd be crazy. And let's see. Brant said, "It's a funny thing. We're at my sister's house and Billy's laying on this bed and my daughter runs, jumps on this bed and then jumps right back off and lands on his private parts." And in my head, I'm like, my daughter just crushed Billy Idol's nuts. It's a funny story, but he loved him up. He loved my wife and my daughter. He's a good man. So go ahead and watch that documentary if you can. Billy Idol should be dead. I would love to see that. I don't know where it's being shown. Let's see. Let's see if they Live Nation, I guess in theaters. Oh, is that the Tribeca Film Festival? So let me just look it up and see where it's going to be shown. Let's see. Where to see. Let's see. No, I'm not interested in seeing Billy Idol live. I would like to, but I can't. Let's see, where can I watch the Billy Idol documentary? Oh, it's on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you're good. I don't. Poopy doodle. Poodles. Anyway, moving on. Billy Joel Armstrong, not Billy Joel Armstrong, Billy Joe Armstrong. He's a lead vocalist, guitarist, and primary songwriter for Green Day. He co-founded the band with bassist Mike Dirnt in 1987. He's also a guitarist and vocalist for the punk rock band Pinhead Gunpowder. Never heard of them. And provides lead vocals for Green Day side projects like Foxborough Hot Tubs. So does he live in Foxborough, Massachusetts? I wonder. Like, why is it called Foxborough Hot Tubs? That's kind of interesting. Where does Billy Joe Armstrong live? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Where does he live? Does he live in Massachusetts? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Where does he live? Oh, he lives in Berkeley, California, with his wife Adrienne Armstrong and their two sons Jacob and Joseph. So he doesn't live in Foxborough. But the reason why I'm talking about Billy Joe Armstrong is because, and this is from loudwire.com, I guess he yelled at a fan. They were at a German festival and he went off on somebody. So let's go ahead and read what happened here because I don't know. Green Day frontman Billy Joe Armstrong called out a fan last weekend during the band's performance at Germany's Hurricane Festival, reportedly threatening to beat their ASS if they didn't stop shooting him with a water gun. Okay, so that is dumb. Like, why would you do that to a performer? Like, really, to anybody who doesn't want to be blasted with a water gun? Nonetheless, you're shooting it at somebody who's singing on stage. Thinking. Like, there's no thinking anymore. I can't. I know I can't. Boy, that's like those are the 2 words of the night. I can't, and I just can't. So it happened on Sunday, has been gathering momentum on social media this week. Green Day Inc. shared footage of the showdown on TikTok, which you can watch below. We'll go ahead and watch that in a second. So I guess Green Day was singing Jesus of Suburbia, and Billy Joe can be seen pointing at an audience member and giving them the middle finger while leading the crowd in one of his signature "Hey-O" sing-alongs. He then removes his guitar, steps away from the microphone, and scolds the fan directly. I wonder if they were kicked out. I mean, you should not be allowed to do that. Who was it? Billie Eilish. Somebody threw something at her when she was sitting on the stage, just connecting with her fans, singing, and someone literally threw something at her face. I was so pissed. I'm like, what in your right mind thinks that is okay to do that? Really? Like, who? It's not okay. It's just not okay. So it says it's difficult to decipher the entirety of Armstrong's brief message, but he clearly mouths the words, "I'll beat your ASS. Do you understand me?" I really hope that person was kicked out. I really do. So let's go ahead. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I've got to go over to TikTok land. We can probably see it over there. And then we'll go to Green Day Inc. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. No, 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 no. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. Just can't hide it. No, no. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, want you, want you. All right, ready? All right, hold on. Hold the phone. All right, wait a minute. So we're gonna. This is the Logan show. Let's go ahead and share this screen. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Oh, I want you. Can you see it? Yeah. All right, ready? Here we go.
Joe Armstrong confronted an audience member on stage over the weekend after he was repeatedly squirted with water. Green Day is currently on tour over in Europe, performing at a number of different festivals, and during the band's headline performance at the Hurricane Festival in Germany, frontman Billy Joe Armstrong called out an audience member who was apparently firing water at him throughout the performance.
Go, Billy Joe.
While you can't hear exactly what he's saying in the clip, he appears to say, "You fucking better quit it or I'll beat your ass. You understand me?" One fan on Reddit, who was apparently in attendance at the show, explained the quote-unquote fan was squirting water at Billy's face for an hour. The show started at midnight, so it was nearly 1 a.m. when this happened. The guy was a not a fan. After Green Day concludes their European tour on July 6th, they begin a South American tour throughout August and September with special guest Bad Nerves before returning to the U.S. for some festivals in late September.
Well, thanks, Logan. I mean, honestly, first of all, if he was doing that for an hour and wasn't kicked out, why was he not kicked out? Oh my God. And not for nothing, like a show starting at midnight, help me. Been sleeping, sitting up. That was like the Madonna show starting at midnight. I can't. I'm saying it again. I'm trying not to say I can't. Who starts a show at midnight? I mean, really. Let's be real. We're old. You know, Billy Joe Armstrong is what? He's probably in his 40s. So I got almost 20 years on that guy. But anyway, don't shoot a water gun at somebody. Just don't do that. Patty Taylor, did anyone see the pic recently of Steve with a fan in a grocery store? He had a drink and 2 Hershey bars in his hand. Did he really? How cool would it be just to bump into Steve Barry at the grocery store? I think I told you guys a while back, we talked to somebody who lived in that area. She has a friend who still lives in that area, goes to the same grocery store Steve Perry goes to and sees him all the time. And she talked to him at the fish counter a couple of months ago. So he seems like a friendly dude. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could be that friendly. I think I would be more in awe, but I would talk to him. I would definitely say hello. I would definitely say hello. Definitely. It would be pretty cool, though. I mean, to see Steve Perry in the wild, but he's out there. Not often. And let's be honest, you know, this has been on my mind for a few weeks now. Journey's been pretty quiet. Pretty quiet from the Journey camp. No summer tour. You know, I know a couple of the guys have a couple of little projects going on, but nothing new. Nothing. So I don't know why they didn't do a summer tour this year. That's kind of interesting, don't you think? I mean, they've been doing a summer tour for years. So, I mean, I think it's good. Take the summer off, have a good time, enjoy your family. But you know, who knows? Who knows what's going on behind the scenes over there in that camp? Only time will tell. I mean, Jonathan was doing he did a church thing, and Dean is doing something. He did a song, I think, with the Revolutionary Saints. I don't know who said that. And I think Al did. And Neil did a song with Chip Z'Nuff from Enough's Enough. So they got their projects going on, but why? And I'm curious. However, you know, it'll come out. It'll come out. Arnell, nothing. Can't find anything on him. And Todd and Jason, nothing. And Jonathan, he did the church event. And that's it. That's all we got. Nothing much on Journey. Steve Perry, very, very quiet. Very quiet. I mean, he was eating his Hershey bars, so he was hungry, and, you know, is what it is. Let's see. Okay, now, you know, speaking of artists who are out there, you know, and we always talk about the age thing now because it's in front of our faces every single second. They put the artist's age in the title. I still don't know why people have to do that unless it's a relevant thing. Like Tom Jones, 99, falls down this. I don't want Tom Jones to fall. I don't want anybody to fall. Engelbert Humperdinck, 105, still singing. Yeah, that's relevant. But Sebastian Bach, 57, replaces Vince Neil. You didn't need to put his age in that title. It's just a thing I have. I don't know. It's a little pet peeve I guess I have now. I don't know why. Just don't put. I don't think you really need to put the age in the title with these rockers from our era all the time. just, just hit the like button, thanks. And just a little thing I have. But now, AC/DC has been on tour, and I guess there's a viral video that went around on TikTok, and now fans are saying, "Oh, they should retire." I think they're great. I didn't go. I didn't go see AC/DC, but they don't look that bad to me. Now, this article is from the New York Post, and the title is AC/DC fans urge band to retire after lackluster concert footage goes viral. What piece of the concert did they take? Was the rest of the concert good? I really don't know. So it goes on. Concert footage from one of AC/DC's recent live shows has sparked fierce fan debate on social media, with some urging the legendary rockers to pack up their guitars for good. Not going to happen. I've heard great things about the AC/DC show. A few people I know. I see them on Facebook, and they went. They had a great time. They thought it was a great show. So AC/DC, they've been on tour in Europe, the US. It's their Power Up World Tour. And they recently said they're going to be going to Australia. And that will be later in the year. But footage from their latest concert, of course, my homeland, Gillette Stadium in Massachusetts, even though I live in Rhode Island, but I still consider Massachusetts, Connecticut, it's my homeland because it's like right here. So a lot of Australian fans, apparently, according to this article, are rethinking whether they should purchase tickets to the show. Now, before I show you the clip I have from TikTok, the only thing I notice, which is different, it's a bit of a slower tempo. You're not getting AC/DC from 1975. You're getting AC/DC from 2025, which is how many years later? Is it 50? Yes, it's 60. I'm bad at math. I will never lie. I'm so bad at math. So bad. I have my calculator with me at all moments in time. I do have a handheld calculator. I told you I'm old school. I use my phone, but I do have a handheld calculator that I use, and I like it. So we say this all the time here. You're not getting back in the day band musician. You're getting today band musician. And if you love their music, you're going to go, you're going to buy the ticket, and you're going to have a good time. And that's all there is to it. You just can't be expecting to see and hear what you saw back in the day. So it says in a video that has gone viral on TikTok, which I'll show you in just a couple of seconds, Angus Young could be seen yelling into his microphone while dressed in his unbuttoned white shirt and his blue velvet shorts. Yeah, and does he look like he did back? No. And then Brian Johnson, he starts singing, and he points to the crowd, appearing to be louder than the vocals from the stage. And one fan said, "I was going to get tickets, but then I saw this video. Now I'm not going to." Somebody else said, "I really wanted to see them this year. Now I don't. Thank you for this." A third fan said, "This is so painful. They just need to stop." Someone else said, "Gotta say, Angus is really pulling the load on this tour. They'll always be my favorite band by far, but I'm sitting out this tour," complained another. And hundreds of fans allegedly came out and said the same types of things, urging the band to retire and save their legacy rather than continue to perform. Now, and then the article ends, despite the concerns from some fans, others said it would be silly to expect the rockers to be performing as well as they did back in their heyday. Hi. I mean, if that's what you're expecting, you really shouldn't go. You just shouldn't go to the show. Now, let me X out of that, which I did. Gonna share my screen. I'm gonna go over here. No, hold on. Oh, yes, just give me a minute. Nope, give me a second. He's like, "I wanna keep singing, but you gotta wait a minute. You can't do this yet." Alright, let me make sure you can see. Alright, hold on, and we're gonna back it up, back it up, back it up. You ready? Oh, oi, oi, oi. Girl, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think great, you know? I mean, listen, it's fun. You love that music, go and see AC/DC for crying out loud, just TNT, you know, just go. Go see them. Come on, it's a legacy right there, you know? It's yeah, I mean, I do have to say the sound seemed a little off, like, Brian and the vocals were a little bit far apart, but that's the sound person, that's not Brian's fault. So and I'm not throwing shade at the sound person, but it did seem like the music should have been a little bit louder, but I'm deaf. So I'm not deaf. I'm like a little deaf. It's not dude, if I could record conversations between Al and I, it would be ridiculous. Like I think he says one thing and he has no idea what I'm saying because he's deaf. And I think he says one thing, it's ridiculous. And he'll be like, "What do you think I just said?" Because a lot of times now I just go, "Yeah, yeah." He goes, "What do you think I just said?" I'm like, "I don't know. This is life, man." But anyway, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments. I think you should still go see AC/DC for crying out loud. And, moving on to another band, another duo, Ann and Nancy Wilson. Ann's been through it. Anne has been through it, had a cancer battle. She was in a wheelchair at the beginning of the tour. Her and Nancy weren't speaking for years. And now the two are back together on tour. You do kind of question, are they just doing this to, maybe do some shows and things like that? Did they really reconnect? We don't know, and it's really none of our concern. But they're out there, and I think from the clips that I've seen, they're doing great shows. I would love to see Heart. They're really, really kicking it, and Anne sounds phenomenal. But I would like you to judge for yourself. This is another similar incidents that, Ann and Nancy been doing this for a really, really long time. Since what, the 60s, late 60s, they've been singing together. And, we know Ann and Nancy as real hard rockin' women that have just done a phenomenal job bringing us some amazing music in our lifetime. But again, as we roll forward to 2025, Anne has been through it. Like I said, she's had health battles, but she's back out there. And, her and Nancy are doing it. So let's go ahead and watch them today and let us know what you. Go, Nancy. Girl, she sounds great. Right? Come on. You sprung her all right. Come on now. Right? Like, I think she sounds great, and I think the comments are awesome. Still got it. They seem like they always have, and I don't have the ability to go down there, but great comments on Ann and Nancy Wilson and their show. If you have seen them, let us know in the comments. Girl, and what Ann has been through, keep going. Keep going. Keep going, going, going until you can't go no more. Engelbert Humperdinck is coming to Bally's in Rhode Island. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know. Now, the crazy thing is, it's so funny how things happen. Last weekend, we're at a yard sale, and I actually got 3 Engelbert Humperdinck programs from back in the day. Like they're from, I don't know, the 80s or whatever, which I thought was kind of cool because we'll be at that show. I just can't. It's so funny. And gosh bless him. He's on TikTok. I saw him. Hold on. Let me see if I can find him. Wait a minute. Engelbert Humperdinck. Who knew? I just had no idea. I know there's Axl Rose. Let's see. Engelbert Humperdinck. Engelbert Humperdinck. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, here he is. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna show you a recent video of Engel. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. All right, wait. No, hold on, Engel. Hold on, Engel. What do they call Engelbert for short? Bert? Maybe. Bert Angie? Wait a minute. Here we go.
And here is the news. Guess where I am? I'm in one of my favorite Indian restaurants in Los Angeles. And I'm sitting here. The lady opened up the place early so that we can come in and do this Tuesday meal day. And she opened it up and did the meal for us. I'll show you the meal in just a minute, okay? But in the meantime, I want to tell you it's a lovely day here, and we're about to eat our food. And you know who's joined me? My son Brad is here, and he's come to see me, and he came to see me. So I said, why don't you come and have a meal with me? Because the lady's opening up the restaurant for me to do my Tuesday Day. And he said, okay, I'm delighted. And there he is. Say hello, Brad.
Hello.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so cute.
And look at the food. The food is so delicious.
He's having a beer.
Right there. Papadums.
Where's
And
the
my
apple juice?
vindaloo curry. And he's having kurma.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. You know, every time I think about a meal, I think about it makes my mouth water, you know. So I thought I'd come over here, and it's called Rita's Gate of India, and it's in Santa Monica on Fifth Street. Okay.
1450.
So I just come over here, and this lovely lady who owns this place will take care of you. You know, she doesn't pay attention to the menu. She says, how would you like it? And you should do it the way you want it.
So cute. So Engelbert Humperdinck still out there, you know, just doing his thing. And I just say, listen, if you're decent and people still want to go see you, why not? But then Frankie Valli pops in my mind. We won't get into that right now because we just can't. Like that's like a whole video in itself. It really is. That's like a whole thing. Poor Frankie. Anyway, oh, how interesting. So before we wrap it up, I said, let me go back to see what was on our radio this day. In June of 1984, And this is so interesting how this popped up. Let me go ahead and share my screen. This is crazy. Like, I didn't even plan it this way. Just talked about her. Just talked about her. And look is it what's number 10. Why? Oh, fuck, crying out loud. This always does this. Almost Paradise by Mike Reno and Ann Wilson. Had no idea. That was at number 10. At number 9. From Footloose. Let's hear it for the boy, Denise Williams. And again, I was talking about Billy Idol. This is crazy. Number 8, Eyes Without a Face. Eyes without a face, got no human grace. Your eyes without a face. Imagine that, eyes without a face. That'd be crazy. Like you just like have eyes walking around. Number 7, Time After Time by the fabulous Cyndi Lauper. Number 6, The Heart of Rock and Roll, Huey Lewis and the New. Say the heart of rock and roll is still beating. And from what I seen, I believe them. Now the old bar may be barely breathing, but the heart of rock and roll, is still beating. Number 5, Jump for my love. Jump in, do-do-do-do, and feel the touch. Jump in if you want to take my kisses in the night, baby. Jump for my love. Jump in. Pointer Sisters, number 5. Jump for my love. Number 4. You take my self-control. The story is told. You take my self-control. I live among the creatures of the night. The late Laura Branigan. Number 4, self-control. And number 3, take, if you will, my picture. Feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. Why can't you just leave me standing alone in a world so cold? What is so? Maybe you're just too demanding. I need to stop. All right. So at number 3, When Doves Cry by Prince. And at number 2, Even If We're Just Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. That's when, oh my gosh, what's her name? Courtney something. What's her name? From Friends. Courtney Cox. She became famous from that video, right? Is that the one? Yeah, it is. That's the one. And at number 1, what we were listening to on our radios this day in June of 1984, June 29th of 1984, The Reflex is a lonely time. Standing, na, na, na. Everybody now. The Reflex by Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran. You know, they are so good. So, so good. Mm, 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 mm. So, yeah, this is what was on our radios. You know, what kind of did you have? I had a boombox. I had a little transistor. I listened to it all because I loved it. I had my record player. I had my Fisher stereo system with the big floor speakers, and I just loved every minute of it with an 8-track player and a cassette player because I was cool like that. I had them both. Crazy. Anyway, guys, I hope you have an awesome week ahead. I hope that everything is good for you. I hope you're having amazing weather. I hope it's all good. And you know what? Just keep a smile on your face. Be kind to everybody. Keep it simple. Go old school. Buy the concert ticket if you want to go, because who cares? Just do it. Just go and do it. And love life, everybody. And just be compassionate and kind to those around you. That's it. It's no big deal. It's just good. All good stuff. Guys, I love you, love you, love you. Mwah, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys, because you're the best. You're the best in the West. And thanks to my members, Patty Taylor, and we've got Tanya, and we've got Deej, and we've got Reds MA. Bye, guys. Bye. Love you.